Why did you first start drinking?
Um, my husband of 22 years left with another woman.
Did you see this coming, or was it just kind of a shock? Did you have kids together?
The last daughter went to Western on Labor Day, and we drove her there, obviously, and she was going to college there. And 2 weeks later, on a Sunday, he said, "I don't love you, I'm going to divorce you." So I emotionally.
Nice, wow. You live large.
So you used alcohol to self-medicate your.
I have no idea why. I just did. There's nothing that caused it. Because I didn't drink before that, and I was 40.
So it's kind of like after he left you, alcohol, it helped
Filled
you.
the broken hole, as I found out.
How has your drinking changed over time?
You mean when I drank?
Yeah.
It progressively, the volume increases.
Did you notice that it would happen during a certain month or just?
Every night at 6 o'clock.
Was it 6 o'clock the time after dinner, time you got home from work?
I was divorced 2 years later. I worked 2 years, the first 2 years during the divorce. We owned our own company, so I had to work at our company because a lawyer demanded it, so he didn't futz with the money because I took care of the finances. And I have no idea if I can remember the first very time I came home from work and I took a gold Tupperware glass. I'll never forget it. Still got it. And I was a Perrier drinker my whole life. Well, since it came out. I never drank pot, ever. I never drank liquor. I hated wine. And now and then we'd have a beer. But no, not very often.
What is a Perrier drinker, may I ask?
You know, it's a green bottle. It's water,
Okay.
like sparkling water, carbonated
Okay.
water. That's all.
Okay. How dependent on alcohol were you?
I think I was dependent from the first night I had a drink.
So if you went a day without alcohol, what would happen?
I didn't do that, so I can't answer.
How has alcohol affected your relationships?
When I drank those 5.5, 6 years, I didn't have any relationships because after the divorce of 2 years, then I got extreme amount of money coming in from the company and all. And so I just stayed home, did absolutely nothing by myself because our daughter was in college.
Okay, did your daughter know, or was it?
As the years went on, yes, she picked up on it. I didn't
Be
know.
seen.
Had your drinking cost you any of your lifelong goals?
No.
Okay. Have you had a troubled past? Well, you mentioned your husband left you, but have you been abused? Did you have the loss of a loved one? Were you depressed? Okay. What inspired you to reach out for help?
6.5 years later of my drinking, my daughter called one night and just asked me to quit because I had an alcohol problem.
At the time, did you see it her way, or were you no, I'm not an alcoholic?
I just said, no, I'm not an alcoholic. Daddy had to drink at 6 o'clock when he got home from work. And she was just in real dire hates of him for what he did. So she said, yeah, he is too. And I said, no, he's not. And she said, well, Mom, if you don't go seek help, I can never talk to you again. And that was Friday, September 23rd, 1994. And I haven't had a drink since.
So when did you realize you hit rock bottom? Or was that
There was no rock bottom. There wasn't any.
Do you believe if she didn't call you, there would have been a rock bottom?
Of course.
You would have drank until you hit no.
You never know. You never know. Everybody's different.
How effective are the AA meetings to you?
100% effective to keep me sober a day at a time.
Okay. How did you think others perceived you, when you drank alcohol?
I was alone.
The people, when you went to stores and bought alcohol, how do you think the cash register, perceived you?
Well, if you're an alcoholic, you go to different places every day because you don't want people to know.
Did you find that like troubling, like trying to find a different place to go to? Would you? What advice would you give to people that were are on the same path that you were?
Nobody can be told they're an alcoholic by somebody else. You have to decide if you're an alcoholic.
It's a great piece of advice. How does like the alcohol-related illnesses? How did they affect you? Like, were you ever worried that you were gonna get cancer in the liver or
I
anything?
never thought of it ever.
What did you feel as you drank alcohol? Like you felt nothing.
I existed.
So like it kind of hid the pain of everything in the world.
I functioned during the day. I was a drinker that I started at 6, not 5-2, at 6. Don't ask me how quirky that is. And I'd have 1 or 2 drinks and I'd black out every night for all those years. Every night. And then I'd cry. And then I'd eat supper. And that was it. Once I ate supper, I never drank.
Okay. Do you believe so? As of right now, you are not an alcoholic whatsoever.
I am always going to be an alcoholic. Once an alcoholic, you are always an alcoholic, no matter who you are.
What do you mean by that?
It's a gene, and it's been verified by the AMA as a gene in the brain. It's passed down, obviously, through intercourse. And it's in the generation that you were born and raised a gene, like your parents, or it can also skip a generation. And in my case, it skipped a generation.
Do you have any stories that you would like to share about any like AA meetings or anything?
AA for me, as I can't speak for other people, for me, is a lifeline. I go to a meeting every night, 7 nights a week, and I have for 16 and a half years. Like tonight, if this gentleman didn't show up, just walk by, I would open the meeting. If he's not here, I open. You sponsor people, which means like you came in and you said, "Hi, I'm Jennifer. This is my first AA meeting." I'd say, "Well, hello, I'm Cindy." And I'd give you my number, and I'd say, "Give me a call, we'll get together, blah, 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 blah." And get you a newcomer's pack, and then I would ask you, "And now what meeting are you going to go to morning?"
So like, do you believe you're kind of like you're like a lifeline for other people who come
Absolutely,
here?
like they were for me when I came in. Another insight you were given to when you came in, and now I'm giving back to people that are coming in.
It's a nice circle.
Very much so.
Do you have any like alcohol terms that the ordinary person might not know that you picked up on? No? Okay. And then like is there a motto in the AA meetings that like you guys always say?
One day at a time.
Day at a time?
I can never say I'm never going to drink again. I don't know that. The disease is a cunning, baffling, and powerful disease within our brains.
Does it scare you the thought of drinking again?
Absolutely. My head says, I don't plan to drink tonight because I've already eaten supper. But I can be drunk with this house tomorrow. I don't plan to, but that's how devious this disease is. Alcoholism is recorded as a disease of denial and isolation. It wants you dead.
Okay. Well, that's all my questions. Thank you very much, Cindy, for the interview.
You're welcome.
Okay.